Well, Cyansky sent me these two lights to review, and they're really pretty good. I think they're great examples of simple, easy to use, but still high performance lights. One is a thrower that produces a tight beam for long range use, while the other is a more general purpose floody light. Both are powered by a 21700 battery with a built-in charging port, and use a very basic but effective interface. The K3 has a larger head and a luminous SFT40 LED that produces a very tight, throwy beam and a little under 2000 lumens. The P25 version 2 is much floodier and brighter, with its new Cree XHP70.3 producing almost 4000 lumens on turbo. Both offer solid runtimes and a nice stable performance. These are of a high quality build, well machined with nice finishes, great clean reflectors, metal covered side switches, and AR coated hardened lenses. The K3 features a standard hard anodizing, while this P25V2 has a unique grayish color micro-arc oxidation. This finish is starting to become pretty popular in the flashlight world, supposedly being harder and more durable than standard anodizing. Personally, I just think it looks really cool, and this concrete gray style is really neat. One major flaw with the K3 is its side switch, which is smooth, low profile, and very difficult to find in the dark. I have been told that this will be remedied in the upcoming version 2, but the V2 P25 I have is not much better in that regard. I would like to see both a larger and more prominent button, as well as a redesign of the area around the button to make it more easily findable in the dark. Another potential issue for me is the lack of a spring in the head, which reduces shock resistance and limits batteries to longer varieties. These USB-C rechargeable cells work just fine, and they enhance the durability of the overall light, but I would really prefer a charging port built into the light itself, as if I'm removing the cell from the light, it just makes more sense to use a proper external charger anyways. My favorite part of these lights though is the interface, a very simple yet versatile system. A rear mechanical switch just turns the light on and off, while an E-switch on the side is used to cycle upwards through the modes. The light does remember the last used mode. An extra feature that I really appreciate a lot is the P25's hidden moonlight mode. This lowest level is not found in the main ramp, but if you press and hold the button while turning the light on, it will activate to a low 5 lumen mode, which is an excellent feature and one that I really wish more manufacturers would implement in their 2-button designs. That said, I do wish the lowest level was lower. 1 lumen would be perfect. 5 is rather high for me. If you use turbo on the P25 and then turn the light off, it will turn on back to high instead of turbo, which is rather annoying to me. It seems intentional, maybe it's to prevent users from burning their pockets or something, but I think it should just be memorized as with any other mode. Honestly though, I'm not really sure how to feel about this, so let me know what you think about this feature in the comments below. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. The switch on the P25 features a light that indicates the battery level, which I have been told will also be added to the K3 V2. Altogether, this is in my opinion the ideal interface for this type of light, with its simplicity and reliability. The P25V2 uses a boost-driven Cree 3rd generation XHP70 for high output and great sustainability. It produces almost 4000 lumens on turbo, which drops down and then stabilizes at a flat 1300 lumens for the rest of the run, which is great to see. The K3 uses a luminous SFT40, which pumps out about 2000 lumens on turbo. This light features active temperature control, but the implementation here isn't real great, and as shown on the graph, output oscillates over the course of the runtime before dying out. This isn't the worst I've seen, but it does need more refinement. The lower modes are much smoother and produce good runtimes. Of course, this SFT40 is much throwier than the P25's LED, and the K3 has an intensity of about 58 candela per lumen, and a maximum intensity of over 100,000 candela, which will throw quite far for a light this size. Meanwhile, the P25 is significantly floodier, with about 3 candela per lumen and a mere 11,000 candela max. These two beams complement each other quite nicely, with one filling the role of a throwy spotlight, and the other offering a better, general use type beam that illuminates a large area. Neither of these lights are focused on beam coloration, with both using low CRI, cool white emitters. I find neither offensive, especially as the beam patterns are clean and artifact free, but if you care about coloration, there's nothing appealing here. The SFT40 is somewhat green, especially at low levels, while the XHP70 suffers from the usual tint shift, with a greenish hotspot and magenta spill. So overall, these lights are high quality and pretty easy to recommend to someone looking for a simple yet capable flashlight. There are some improvements that can still be made, but the lights are very good in the areas that matter. The K3 comes in at $90, while the P25 is $100. This isn't cheap, but I think it's a fair price for what you're getting, albeit not very competitive with other options. For example, the AceBeam E70 offers very similar performance to this P25V2, while being more complicated to manufacture, and yet it's about the same price. Still, this light has a boost driver, micro-arc finish, and just generally great build quality, so it is a good value. Considering its flaws though, the K3 is a tougher sell for me. I would like to see it drop in price a bit. On the other hand, a newer version is coming, so if it manages to be more refined without costing more, it will be a good buy. If you're interested in either of these lights, both will be linked down below. Well, that's it for this one. It was a pretty straightforward video. Both of these lights were sent to me free of charge for review, but I was not otherwise paid for the video, and all opinions and test results are my own. If it was helpful, please consider subscribing, and yeah, that's all. See you in the next one.